This is Dad Builds a Cabin. Like and subscribe if you care to like and subscribe. Don't forget, this is a shameless attempt to raise money for the cabin made the subject of the videos. Um, Floor plan. It's the first thing we did with the architect. I think it's typically the first thing you do, maybe after finding a site. For our site, the floor plan was somewhat dictated by the site. Uh, it we only have a real narrow spot where we can build this thing, and um, so typically if you're doing something with a view, lake, river, mountains, you want to turn the structure horizontally to that so you have as many views as possible, but that wasn't possible in our case, and that led to two things. One, that's not always a bad thing. um, First, if a cabin is a place of togetherness for a family, then forcing people into one area, force people out of bedrooms, is perhaps a good thing. Um, Second, if something is less, if there aren't views everywhere, there's less of it, then it makes it sort of more special to be in those spaces. And then the other thing that was interesting is that this cabin we're building is sort of in this ravine that runs down to the lake. And when you are faced with a structural limitation, here a geographical limitation of how wide this house could be, it makes you turn away from the lake and think about other things. And as we went through that process, more and more I was looking up at this ravine with the natural grasses and the trees and watching the light come down through there, and realized it's kind of beautiful in its own right. And so it doesn't have to all just be about the lake. Um, Now, in terms of floor plan, here is my view on lake houses, and it is I'm in the south, and this is a very definite view grown up around my experience in lake houses. One, you have to have a screen porch with ceiling fans. Open porches, it's hot, it's sunny, you get sunburned, you're not gonna sit out there. Porches without screens, you might do okay, but you can have wasps, you're gonna have flies if you're eating out there, probably. Maybe you'll get lucky and you won't have much bugs, but the screen just makes sense. So you need a screen porch, and the screen porch needs to have at least some view of the water, because you're gonna want to sit out there in the morning when it's quiet, and you're gonna want to look out at the water. It's gonna be peaceful. Maybe there's a boat that passes, and you're gonna want to do that over your breakfast. Also, you need a screen porch for dining, because you're probably going to eat almost all your meals, at least in the summer, outside. So screen porch, that's number one. Number two is you need to have a giant window that looks out at the lake for when you're sitting inside. In the afternoon, it's hot, you've come in, you're going to take a nap, or you're just getting there, a Friday evening, you're getting there, and you go in to the living room, and hopefully it gives you that sense of release. So that was my goal. We went back and forth with the architect about different, and I just kept coming back to this thing that one design was that it was a porch all the way across the front of the house. Well, the problem with that is then the windows have to look through the porch, which means that the view is shaded, and it sort of has blinders from the roof and whatever porch vertical structural supports you have. So I didn't want that. And the house is going to face east, so there's no particular reason why, we won't have harsh southern or western sun in the afternoon. So that was sort of the driving factor, and this is what we came up with. So, all right, on top you have the living room. The first floor. The lake is, there's a cutout of an alternate living room arrangement. Well, that's the lake side. So you've got a big window with it looks like, where you put in a couch, small kitchen, and an area where you come in. There's the main bedroom, the parents' bedroom, which is off of where you come in. There's a washer and dryer and a closet there. Oop, a little breeze. And just a a small bathroom is fine for us. A little, maybe breakfast area. I don't know how much we use that. And of course, this here is the big screen porch. So you've got a view from the screen porch. You got room for a table, and that's also where the stairs come down to go into the ravine. So we got a window, we got a porch that face the lake. Um, open concept. Of course, I mean this is a small place. There's no other option than open concept, but I think that's appropriate. We'll probably eat outside for the most part. Come in, you go up the stairs. It's there's a little open area over the front door. That was the architect's design, and then on one side you have in the pitch of the roof. So it's a gabled roof running the length of the house. You have a bunk room, although you might not actually be able to get bunks in because of the angle of the roof. But anyways, you can get 4 beds or more. There's a closet. There's a full bath upstairs, and then you have one bedroom. It's a smaller bedroom where you'll face up the ravine, so you should have this feeling that the land is coming down to you. And there's a big window, and there's just a half bath in there. If adults are staying, I didn't give them a full shower, but at least they have a toilet and a vanity away from the horde of. Well, I have 2 children, but I assume they're going to have friends and stuff they're bringing over to try and stay at least somewhat separated from the barbarian horde. There were a lot of thoughts about this. I really like this plan. The downstairs bedroom has a little view. The bunk room has a little view, or actually should have a pretty good view of the lake. Sort of the big sort of thing was, well, should we put in a half bath downstairs? That's common. We have a bathroom downstairs. My wife, basically, in the end, I sort of thought, it's sort of normal to have a half bath downstairs, but she said, we have 2 little boys, and it's just one more toilet to pee on the seat. So they can go up the stairs. Their friends can go up the stairs. If there are adults staying with us, they're welcome to use our bathroom. So that's the floor plan. I think it came out really well. It took a long time to come up with what looks like a pretty conventional and simple thing, but it accomplishes a lot of goals that I was after, both in keeping the footprint small, keeping the overall form of the house fairly simple, and then accomplishing those 2 big goals of having a big window and a porch. And it also provides it provides a way for us to get the stairs to where the bottom of the stairs is sort of the entrance to the ravine. We'll maybe see that in many episodes from now, but it makes going down to the lake easier. So I'm really happy with it, and that's the floor plan. Like and subscribe if you care to, and signing off, Dad Builds a Cabin.